This video will show you how to fill a PyTorch tensor with a certain scalar by using the PyTorch fill operation. To get started, we import PyTorch. Then we print the PyTorch version we are using. We are using PyTorch 0.3.1 post 2. Let's now initialize a PyTorch tensor with the shape of 2 by 4 by 6 using the torch.tensor functionality, and we're going to assign that tensor to the Python variable PyTorch empty_x. Note that because we're passing in number, comma, and not square bracket in square bracket, we are just allocating the size at this point and haven't passed any data. When we print the PyTorch empty_x Python variable, we see that it is filled with all zeros and -2s. This is just uninitialized values, which are just gibberish. You can just ignore them. So again, because we didn't pass in a list here, we just passed in the dimensions, we have an uninitialized tensor. That is a torch flow tensor of size 2 by 4 by 6. Let's now use the PyTorch fill operation to fill this tensor with a scalar of our choosing. We're going to fill it with the scalar 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Note that we're going to use an underscore here after the fill operation to specify and signify that this is an in-place operation. We're going to assign the tensor that gets returned to PyTensor filled x Python variable. When we print the PyTensor filled x Python variable, we see that we have our torch float tensor of size 2 by 4 by 6, and every single element of this tensor is the scalar or the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, because we used fill underscore to do an in-place operation, that means that we wanted to change our initial PyTensor empty_x Python variable to be filled with that scalar. So when we do a print PyTensor empty_x, we see that it is now, in fact, filled with the scalar that we wanted, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. We were able to fill a PyTorch tensor with a certain scalar of our choosing by using the PyTorch fill underscore operation.